The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Nadex Options Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Bull Bear Nadex Options Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us. We have the Dow Industrials up 13, Nasdaq's down 11, S&Ps are off 5, gold contract trading down $1.50, $12.25 an ounce. We have silver down 13 cents, trading $14.43 an ounce. Light sweet crude just can't handle price.
We were talking about momentum yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It's continuing downward for sure.
Downtown,
Yes.
61 bucks, folks. Looks like it's going to make the run to 58. Gasoline, unleaded gasoline, this is so cool for all of us because, of course, we don't crack barrels of oil open, but what we do each and every day is that we use that gasoline, and right now you got unleaded gas trading at $1.65 wholesale, down from $2.14.
I like it.
That is a good number. Notes and bonds are all flat out here. The note and bond market is waiting for the Fed statement at 2 o'clock. We have the 10-year at 117.29, the 30-year at 137.14, and King Dollar. King Dollar's up 198 ticks, trading 96 flat. The euro's trading 114.31 to $1 US. The yen is out here at 113.68 to $1 US. You get Wynn Resorts is getting smoked out there,
15%, quite a haircut.
So that is all about China, folks. That is one big number, and that stock is down pretty good.
It's a tough one.
Macau, China is where it's at.
That's right.
And where it's at right now, it's right at our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, outstanding show. And defined risk, folks, is where it's at. Guess what? We came down hard and fast. You do a bounce that is dynamic in a huge way. Bottom line, you want to understand what defined risk is, the option market, strategies inside the option market, the futures market. If you haven't test-driven yet the Thinkorswim platform, it's an outstanding platform. Been using it for decades now. Well, over a decade.
Time is crazy.
Time is crazy, man. No doubt. Come right to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner right in the very top. Hit the banner, bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money, as you can follow Kevin and his team each and every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, right here at TFNN. Kevin Hinks, we got Fed Day, brother.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Yeah, it is a Fed Day. You're right. Not going to be a lot of news coming out of the Fed Day today, but it is certainly a Fed Day. I think people that are listening to your show, Tom, should put December 18th and 19th on their calendar, because that's the next Fed meeting where there is going to be something different. Now,
get ready.
The significant thing about this meeting is this is the last time that they won't have a press conference.
Yes.
Even if they don't change on rates going forward, they'll have press conferences and availability after those. So this is the last one where they'll make a decision and basically go dark. So
I know.
It's kind of interesting going forward how that'll be.
Oh, it's, it's going to be all about the statement. There's no doubt, because the market, as Kevin just said, folks, next year, Powell already said each and every Fed meeting, they're going to have basically a conference after the fact, So that means that they're live meetings.
Yes, that can add nothing but volatility. It might not do anything, but I can't make it less volatile getting more information like that.
Yeah. There's no doubt. And, as we've been talking, this note and bond market's, it's important. It is important,
People look at stocks, Tom, and they look at the overall indices, and they don't realize what the foundations of this market are, which is bonds and the dollar.
Right.
And you learn that only by example and watching the markets over a long period of time, and you realize that the markets move, but bonds move markets, and the U.S. dollar and its relationship with other foreign currencies moves markets. So, if you ever want an explanation for why something's doing something, it usually has to do with something in the futures market.
Yeah, they rule, man. And what Kevin's talking about, folks, in the 90s, you would not trade equities if you were not watching the 30-year bond. I mean,
right.
And remember, and then, folks, okay, just so you can understand, like we get the 30-year bond, we've seen this thing could move, 12, 18 ticks. In the 90s, 3 or 4 ticks was a lot. So it's like,
right.
if that thing ticked at all, it's like, okay, man, markets are so dynamic, aren't they, Kevin? Because I mean, that was the way that you trade on a continual basis. Then all of a sudden, basically bonds would start spreading out. But I think the bond, as well as the dollar right now, that's what's going to move the market because it's such a much bigger market than the equity market.
Yes.
So.
Tom, I've been trading on an exchange floor since January of '86,
yeah.
And I never remember a period where the Fed was more involved and the bonds were more volatile than
yes.
they are now. Bonds
right.
used to be where you would go to avoid volatility.
Yes.
Now I don't think that's the case anymore.
No. And what we're talking about, folks, is this. So picture when the Fed was basically bringing up their balance sheet, meaning that putting money into the marketplace, bottom line is that, that's good extra money coming in. Now what's happening is that they're drawing down $50 billion a month. Okay, so the drawdown means that they don't roll over the bonds that they own. What happens there
right.
is that means the banks have less money in reserves. So this is where the volatility comes in because the banks have to cover everything overnight. What ends up happening is that when the market closes, they have to make sure that regulation-wise everything's cool overnight. Now, in that market, and that's what happened yesterday, folks, that market's getting tight. Because like if Tommy needs money, Kevin needs money overnight, meaning that they're medium-sized banks. The big banks aren't having a problem with this. The medium-sized, the small banks are having a little tight problem, and they're bidding for money overnight now. So.
And it's very important. You made a great point that a lot of people don't understand, Tom, and that is the Fed is not selling bonds.
Right.
The Fed is just very simply not renewing the bonds that are coming to maturation.
Yes.
Right. But the Fed's not out there actively selling bonds.
Right.
So that's why they're unwinding it at a very slow rate.
Thank God. Yeah.
$50 billion is not very slow, but
exactly.
That's what they're doing. But a lot of people think they're in there selling bonds, and that's not the case.
No. And it's intriguing, Kevin. Maybe we'll get something in that statement, this afternoon, because
sure.
It seems that transparency-wise, folks, what I was just talking about the reserve requirement, that really just started happening about the last 3 or 4 weeks. So, we'll see. I'm sure they're aware of it. I just don't know whether they want to bring it to the top of the table,
And then we'll come in tomorrow, Tom and Tommy, and it's PPI.
I know. I love it, man.
Good read of inflation, and then we'll get CPI early next week. So, the information, the data, the news keeps rolling here. You talked about Wynn Resorts. Tom, 2/3 of their income. I know it's Steve Wynn and it's Wynn Resorts in Las Vegas, but 2/3 of their income come from Macau.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What have you done in Macau? Yeah.
Influenced by China.
Oh, big time, man.
They had some gamblers over there, man.
They know how to gamble. Yeah,
yes.
Totally. No doubt.
So Wynn Resorts, think about it, is a great play for an American investor to play China.
Yes, huge.
Because as China goes, Macau goes. As Macau goes, Wynn Resorts goes.
Right.
Definitely.
And you're inside a U.S. regulated market, folks, which is really cool.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, big time. Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now, you get to understand option strategies, futures. Kevin, you have a great day, a great weekend, safe weekend. We look forward to speaking next Tuesday.
Always a pleasure talking to you guys. Have a
Thanks,
great
You
day.
too,
Kevin.
man.
Take
Stay
care.
right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 24. You got the Nasdaq off 33. S&Ps are off 10. And 2 o'clock, let's see what the Fed has to say.
We sure will.
You know, market-wise out here yesterday, folks, you know, you had the price spread. And most of the time when you get a price spread like that, we didn't have, well, you had an expansion of volume, but not what if it's going against. My take is that, look at this, it almost did it. What I'm looking for is actually, I might have done it. Okay, so we hit 281. 281.10 was the high of yesterday. I would like to see this thing get tested and not hold price. Because when you get a price spread like that yesterday, most of the time you're going to get to a higher high. Let me just see if the futures actually did it. So, yeah, they did. Okay, that's cool. Okay, we'll see where this shakes out. So the high of yesterday was at 28.17, and we hit 28.18. Look at that. The high yesterday was 28.17.75. We hit 20.
We sure did.
Okay, so now we got game on. See where this baby shakes out. So let's see. We've had quite a natural gas market. Let's see what we got out here. We got natural gas numbers coming out at 10:30.
We sure do. So it's about 10:20 right now. We get those numbers at 10:30, the EIA inventory. And yeah, even since this morning, right, trading from about 349 up to 356. We're sitting at about 355 right now. So we get the inventory numbers at 10:30 in about 10 minutes. I jumped in here to the commodity spreads, natural gas, and I pulled up the 11 a.m., the 9 to 11, the 11 a.m. expirations. And what's nice here is that you got natural gas, we're looking at December, trading, you know, within a couple ticks of 355.
Yes.
And you have contracts lining up to the bullish and bearish side. So, you know, we're looking at a potential volatility trade.
At 355.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
Cool. Right.
So the bullish spread being barely about 2 ticks out of the money, right? 354.8 we're trading at right now. So that bullish side costing you $9 or 9 ticks as it's ticking in the, I guess that would be the 1000th, 10th, 100th, 1000th. Yeah. And on the bearish side, 355 down to 335. Same thing, except you're about 2 ticks away. So this one costing you 10. Let me get back here. Now the bearish one has a little bit of intrinsic value.
Well, the spread's different too, right? Oh no, I see it. 5-4. Okay, it's there.
Yep. I mean, we're sitting so close to
Yeah, it is.
355.
Okay, right.
It's literally 354.9.
Yes.
Which is one tick.
Right.
Which represents $1 of intrinsic value that you'd have on the bearish side right now. And that's why, the bearish one you're selling and you're buying, you can see the bearish one a little bit more expensive, representing that value. So you're looking at about $20. Represents about 2 pennies.
It's not bad.
To keep things in check,
No,
right? Because
totally.
it's trading in 1/10 of a penny ticks.
Right.
So you need about 2 pennies. And you'd have exposure till 11 o'clock. You get the inventory numbers at 10:30. Now, what's nice is, at least the noons I jumped, they line up the same way. So if you want an extra hour of exposure, there's your bullish spread. You're buying that. Here's your bearish spread. Same exact price.
Same numbers, too,
Price
which is
parameters, right? So you're only paying for that hour, and you're looking at about 26. So do you want to pay those 6 ticks or 6/10 of a penny? That represents about 2.6 pennies you would need of price movement away from 355.
I'd like that. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad, especially when you look. I mean, to put this on the chart, this is where the cursor is. That's 2.5 pennies where
Right.
we were. I mean, we were just down there at 9 o'clock.
8:45, yeah,
let
right.
alone being down below 350. And just to jump around, I think the dailies, so your daily lines up at 350. And that's because we were just down at 350 when they
Right.
were getting set and opening for trading. And similarly, the larger dailies line up at 350 too. So we'll see.
And let me just see where this has been, because we've got some big action in
Sure
natural
have,
gas.
Natural gas. You were talking about gasoline, right?
yeah.
Oil. I mean, a lot.
Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, see, we had gapped. This is going to be
That was quite a day.
This is going to be cool, folks, because we did gap dramatically higher on Monday.
Moving 25 cents in a day.
Yeah, on a gap higher. So it's like, you're in a whole different zone up here. And what's intriguing is that this is a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. That being said, it's that okay. We'll see whether it's going to go back and first test how it broke topside. So we get action.
Yeah. I was just going to say, bring it back. I mean, very rarely does natural gas move 20 cents in a day, which is what those spreads are that we were looking at.
Yes.
Even the 11s and the 12s, you have from 355 375 on the bullish side, 355 335, and that was a great illustration that you're paying so little premium for that extra 10 to 20 cent move.
Right.
You're paying a realistic premium for 2 pennies, 5 pennies, 7 pennies.
Yes.
But guess what? Occasionally that might hit, and it's a very little amount of premium for that, in this type of market where you actually might get something like that over the course of a day. I mean, I remember just 25 cents, our mind was going, what's going on, man?
Totally.
And it was like, hey,
So,
it's going to be cold.
Yeah, and let's go over and take a look at the, since we're on the air here too, we had just crude.
Yes.
Basically stop moving around. And let me just see.
Because this is going to be...
this is still delayed.
That's what I was just going to jump back to the Nadex platform. They get the live quotes in there, of course. We're jumping to crude oil. And so we are at the similar area, but that's what I said. I mean, we came on the air right at 10 o'clock. We're trading at 60.83. We spike up 80 cents in the span of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that oil market, but volatility for sure.
Volatility in spades.
Across the board.
You got to love it.
Yes.
Man. So let's take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here. We saw that wind is having a little problem child out there.
A little bit.
See some of the other higher volume equities. So let's see. You got Roku is getting smoked. That's down $11. We'll jump
we
back
looked
in
at
that.
Square earlier before we came on the air. Quite a number down there.
ComScore is taking someone over. That's down $4. Facebook's getting hit out here. What's going on with Facebook? Let's see what's happening with Facebook. You got Facebook down $4.35. Yeah, this thing can't get out of its way. So let me just see what that's saying. Yeah, this is maybe privacy issues coming up to the front once again. EUA and Facebook probe over tax arrangements. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah, so many headlines. I'm not sure.
All right.
Could just be trading lower.
Let's go look at Roku.
Yes. KU.
Yeah. So this baby's down $11. Oh, look at, a lot of these equities have done this, folks. When I was picking up stocks yesterday.
Back to last earnings.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And what we will pull this up to see what they have to say. And what happened yesterday afternoon with Square, with a couple others that came out with their earnings in the afternoon, was that they made their numbers, but it was what they're saying on the next quarter,
Forward
they're not
guidance.
going to make
Yeah.
them numbers.
Yep.
you
That was
know?
yesterday morning when we were looking at stocks. That was many of the same case, right?
And so Roku's at ABC down. It's breaking a B point right now. It has monster volume. The 5.6 million would be the number. It's already 12. So
yeah, it's going to kill it.
your A point is at 65. Oh, that's a big one. That's a 15.8 to B.
And and where does that?
That'll bring it down to 45.
Okay. We're almost there. Right?
well,
That's
look
what I
at-
was literally.
okay,
Yeah, I mean, you're
right.
down 20%. I was just going to make the point. Whereas you're down like 20% today. I mean, those types of haircuts where a lot of people could have that stock on margin, and
for
it's
sure.
just monumental.
For
Right?
sure.
Yeah.
So they were looking for a loss of 12 cents. They lost 9 cents. Revenue, 258 million. They're looking at 255 to 265.
No, you're
Yeah.
right. Not. And then look at they raised their full-year revenue gross profit forecast. So we'll dig into it maybe a little. Quite a number. Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We're going to get those natural gas numbers for you. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 14. Nasdaq's off 29. S&Ps are off 10. Come right back.
Jason Path has just launched his weekly newsletter, The Quantitative Edge, available only at TFNN.com. Right now, you can sign up for Jason's outstanding weekly report, including midweek updates whenever warranted, with a 30-day money-back guarantee included, so you have nothing to risk. Jason develops his trade recommendations by creating an ensemble of predictive and mathematical models trained on data by leveraging a variety of techniques, including market-based computer simulations. Jason then combines these sophisticated predictive and analytical models with deeply researched macro outlooks to identify opportunities in a number of different markets for traders to act on. Whether you're looking to trade futures, equities, commodities like crude oil and gold, forex, or cryptos, Jason covers it all. Sign up for Jason Path's weekly trading newsletter right now by visiting the front page of TFNN.com, and you'll find the Quantitative Edge under the Newsletters tab. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Natural gas.
There's the headline number. EIA, U.S. natural gas stockpiles rising 65 billion cubic feet. We saw the headline before we came over there. At least Bloomberg's survey was talking about a rise of about, well, as we're jumping around, There's your natural gas market.
Oh, baby, look at that.
More than I thought. I couldn't even finish my sentence. Bloomberg was looking about 58, and it came in at 65 in terms of a build. So more natural gas than they thought. You saw the price just drop from, we were at 355. In the lead up to that 10:30 exact, we dropped even a penny. So we opened at 354. We spiked down to almost 351. Natural gas sitting right now at 352. And to recap again, both of those trades, right? You needed about 2 pennies of movement for the 11 a.m. You needed 2.6, call it even 3 pennies with everything commissions and a couple dollars profit at 3 pennies. So you always want quick fingers on these. Of course, if you're making that trade, you could have closed it out at 351. You're almost doubling your money if you're doing the 11 o'clock. You're still, and the point being, though, is that maybe you think it's going to trade higher. And we're already almost back up to 355, right? And you'd have your bullish trade with exposure over 355.
The cool thing here, folks, is that you're going to get the volatility now, too. We have it, and most of the time what ends up happening is that, particularly because when we showed you that it had already gapped higher on Monday.
Yes.
So what that does, that puts enough juice in the market that, I suspect this 4 or 5 pennies is game here now, all day long, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I had... my man, Mr. Steve Dahl on last night.
You sure did.
The president of Taz Market Profile.
I know, that was a great interview.
And folks, if you haven't checked this out, the profiles are just phenomenal. They're so powerful, and it's so easy to understand how this basically piece of software works.
Yeah, we're going to start just trying to use it more ourselves, because it's a powerful piece of software. Steve Rhodes uses it himself. It is a powerful piece of software, man. So you're talking to him last night. He's going to be coming on every Wednesday at 3:15, I think, for your program, giving kind of the Taz Profile Scanner weekly update, what's going on in the markets. Right on the front page of TFNN, you scroll down, you see the scanner. And so what Steve and the team at Taz over there have put together, which is awesome. You click the order page right here. You'll see click here to access the Taz educational videos to see for yourself how you can harness the full power of the Taz Profile Scanner. Right. Steve's got a nice little message in there, just about 25 seconds saying hello to introduce what he's done here. And you'll see 12 videos, 3 minutes long, a minute 45, just, quick information walking you through the kind of the most important aspects of this piece of software. And I encourage people to go over there, check out the videos, and of course subscribe, try it out, 30-day money-back guarantee. But I think if you walk through these videos, you'll want to try it.
Right.
And if you're already a subscriber, get in there and watch those videos to really harness that power.
Because it's a powerful piece of software.
It is. You need a little bit of an education just to walk through.
Just so you know what you're looking at.
And videos are everything, man. I go to YouTube to watch videos to learn how to cook, to learn how, you can learn anything, right?
YouTube rules the world.
And that's same deal. So we put together some videos. That way it's the easier way as opposed to like a manual or something like that. You watch all the videos, you get an education there. And of course, check out that piece of software, 30-day money-back guarantee. And that should be a nice segment on Wednesdays with Steve. And I know he's talking about already maybe doing a webinar talking about how he uses it for trades and so forth.
Right.
Yeah.
And what happens, folks, is that the structure is, what it will scan is every stock in the S&P 500, every stock in the NASDAQ. Then you're talking future market, the currency markets,
ETFs,
commodity markets. It's a very quick way to look and say, okay, are you basically below a profile? Are you in the zone, or are you above a profile? And when you see how this works, it's up to all of us at that particular point if you want to trade the other side of it, because my take is that you really don't want to trade the other side of these.
Sure. Sure.
But once you get used to it and see how it's set up, it's pretty cool. It's really cool.
Definitely, man. So let's check back to natural gas real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
We're back down to that 351. So just to illustrate,
that's a big score, man.
It is. It
is. That's a big score.
So jumping back into natural gas, even we're looking at the noons, the bearish spread representing all the value right now, of course, and you'd be able to buy that back for 33. So you're putting up 26. So still not, a dramatic profit, but keep it in mind, you'd only be closing that if you think, the bounce is over.
That's right.
The drawback's over.
And that's the noon.
Yes, and that's the noon, which was 2.6 pennies. To jump over to let me jump back to the 11s, and this will give you a good feel of how these are even different a little bit. You get a penny difference, and that's represent that premium, probably an hour of premium, in there. Buying that back, same thing, 30, and we're putting up about 20, 21.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Good movement.
Volatility in that market.
And the aspect that they had a build I would say in the winter, that's like, really?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So,
And we always talk about both sides. I mean, what's nice when it lines up exactly at that pivot point is that you can always go bullish or bearish, and same thing. You're not paying any intrinsic value. You're just paying, on the 11s, that would have been like $10, which is 1 penny with defined risk. So you're risking 1 penny on one side, you get 20 pennies of exposure on the other.
that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Let's go just take a look at the markets in general overseas. So what you had last night in Asia, folks, is that you had a mixed market in Asia. You had the Nikkei up 1.7. Shanghai still having a problem, down 0.2. When we take a look at year to date, you can see.
I was going to try and slide it in because my eyes just go there.
It's so true. You got, China's down 24%.
Huge.
Big numbers. If we go take a look at Europe now, bottom line is that, you got some nasty.
Same deal.
It really is.
Yeah.
The DAX is down 14%.
Yep. FTSE's off 9.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much to basically get quite a bit lower.
Yes.
Now, our markets just snap back. For the year, this is. We have the NASDAQ up 10%, S&P's up 5, Dow up 6.
Yes.
We'll see if that's going to
it's
hold.
been quite a bounce, yeah.
What I do.
I was just going to put things in perspective. The markets just in October alone were down more than that.
Yes.
It was like, I think it was like 6, 8, and 11% for the NASDAQ.
Yeah, big number.
At least coming into that final day of the month.
Yeah. And if we go take a look at the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness, United Health is putting 18 positive points, Goldman 9, 3M 6, no big deal. Apple's taking 14 away. Apple's Caterpillar 12, IBM 10. And what did happen, when I was talking with Dave last Friday, he was talking about Samsung accelerating on Apple.
You were telling me about it, yeah.
Yeah, and what you had yesterday, folks, is that Samsung did come out with the phone that Dave was talking about, and what it is, they only showed part of it in San Francisco yesterday, right, at a developers conference.
Yes.
And they covered the phone, except what they showed is that you got a smartphone and it actually can fold.
Okay.
It folds.
I think I saw that, or I saw something else. Maybe I saw a pad that did that. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, there might be the notepad.
Okay.
It's a monster.
That's
okay?
it. So I saw that as well, yeah.
So the bottom line is that, that is going to be the new smartphone.
Totally.
That's a pad.
I mean, at one point, probably it's going to reach for like the size of a penny, right? And it'll just like unfold to a full.
Oh,
I mean, that's
listen, man. I used to always love those.
flip phones.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
If they can get that like that,
I imagine they will. If it's not if, but when, right? Really. I mean, that's it.
They're saying right now.
That's it. No, I agree. I agree. But I'm saying it's coming for sure, which is pretty cool when you think about it. In terms of you literally are going to be able to put out, some little thin piece of something and just unfold it, or just it becomes a hologram and it shoots right out of your watch, man, and it's your
Beam me up, Scotty.
It's coming.
Dow Industrials down 4, NASDAQ off 22, S&P is off 9. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 5. We get the Nasdaq down 21. S&P's off 7.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jack Gleason. He has a new office, folks, in Costa Rica.
That's what I hear.
And you can check out Jack every trading day, folks, at MajorLeagueTrading.com. Jack Gleason, what's going on, brother?
Good. Hey, so I'm going to have to give you guys a little bit of a tour.
Cool.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it, if it's going to be blacked out or whatnot. I got my laptop on me, so I know I'm moving around. Probably
I see
That
that.
is beautiful, man. That blue water, it looks like a sunny day, man.
So have you been surfing yet?
Nice.
Have you been surfing yet?
I haven't been surfing. Got here yesterday.
Okay.
Today's my first day trading down here. Yesterday I put a position on in Nadex with the election to the upside.
Okay.
But you know, I'm getting settled in my office right now. I just had to step outside and show you guys that view. I typically keep the blinds closed though, because the sun is obviously really hot, cooks the room up. But
that is so cool, man.
That is awesome,
God.
man.
I did send you over a chart of the S&P. Now, if you guys remember, so last time it was on, last week I missed because I was packing, moving out of my condo.
Yeah.
So I sent you guys over. Last time it was 2 weeks ago on a Thursday, and I was like, I think we're going to make a low here. We had one lower low on the close. So that was the second lowest close of the sell-off. And it looks like we're having a pretty good rally here. So I sent you over a chart of the S&P.
We got it up. We do, yeah. And what are we looking at here? The S&Ps. Okay, perfect. We got it up.
So what I have here, this is, that high-to-high extension sequence I've talked about on air with you guys. And it's the high before we broke out in 2016 is where the draw begins. Now that drawn to the initial high of 2018 when we had that run off the new year, pulled back into our 50% retracement at 25.3275. We ended up retesting the 38% retracement, which ended up being our low, and that was that rejection candle. I remember it was a 5-minute candle. It was 29.25 points. It's basically within the same 5 minutes we hit that. This still is the same upside profit target, so 3,035. So, I want to come on and kind of talk a little bigger levels here. There's obviously going to be resistance above. I don't think the volatility is over, but the midterms are out of the way. Unless, the sanction war, which it could get worse. It seems like that's all it's doing. But I don't think the volatility is over, but we did hold that level really, really strong. And I think, just like every other sell-off we have, you pause a week, you come back a couple weeks later, and all of a sudden everybody's bullish again. So,
yeah, well, what's going to be interesting too, Jack, is that if we take just the last high to we just retraced the perfect 0.618 of the whole move. So meaning on the bounce
is a failure. So when we break above the 0.618, that means it's a failure for a continuation. If we're typically going to head in the same direction, we should hold below that 618. So us breaking that 618 tells me that trend continuation failure. If you go back to the crash of 2008, what we held below those 61.8s, and you can see it's just measured move after measured move, and we would not retrace back above the 61.8. We would just continue to fall. So us getting back above that 61.8, we'll see. We didn't close above it. We actually ran right into it.
Yeah. Right.
So there is definitely still that on deck. I like the gap fill level below. I know, like, you guys have my chart up, but I would just say, if you pulled up your charts, basically the lows of last Friday to the current high, that 50% is 27.58.5. That also lines up with the gap fill from the Monday to Tuesday gap. So to me, that's a larger level of support below. I'll probably look to play this week, assuming we don't make a new high. And I think that'll be really important for bulls to continue from that level.
Yeah, all of this and it's possible that we will get some action. You get the Federal Reserve statement at 2 o'clock today. No, I mean, the market's not looking for a short-term rate hike, but you never know what's in that statement. They could throw some volatility in the currency markets, which in turn will basically put some juice into the equity markets.
Yeah, and you know what's been really just getting rocked here is oil. So
isn't that cool? I know.
I mean, I'm kind of a little upset because I'm not driving as much anymore, so I don't get the positive impact of negative oil prices outside of. I think oil's been one of the best trends to the downside. I mean, we're all obsessed with the volatility in the indexes right now, but if you look at any time frame of oil, it's been the best trend, up or down, over the last 3 weeks. So
I mean, I have the gasoline chart up right now. We're at $2.14 wholesale for gasoline, folks, on October 3rd. And bottom line is that we hit 164 today. So that is real savings.
We were talking about it yesterday that I've been short gasoline just in my retail consumer status as in I've been holding off, Jack, every time. I run my tank down to make sure I let those prices fall, and then I fill it up, man, because it's
effective booty right there.
It is. It's a true deal, man.
You gotta love it, man.
Totally.
So you just got there. You're gonna get your feet wet.
Gonna get the feet wet. Got myself a surfboard, and just set up my mobile trading setup. Took a walk down to the beach today, and it's unbelievable. I mean, there's like nobody on it, which is super cool. We'll have to email you guys a photo. Maybe we'll pull it up in the next one and get you a couple more charts too. But yeah, like I said, today is my first day in a rhythm. First day where I even sat down on my computer all day yesterday was getting here.
Gotta love technology, man. Just pick up that laptop, give us the view of that beautiful blue water, and then we're talking charts in no time.
Now, have you been there before, Jack?
Yeah, I've been in the area. I've driven through this town. This is called Santa Teresa, if anybody would like to just Google it. But I think it's about 6,500 people who are permanent residents.
Okay.
But it's kind of cool. The way the internet works now, people are able to make incomes here. A couple $100,000 working locally, or even if you probably own a business, you probably have to own like a developing firm or something. But there's, the fact that you can make money from anywhere, people are bringing money into these little coastal, beautiful towns. I mean, I'm surrounded by, beautiful homes, and it's like this money comes from elsewhere. So it's kind of cool because it helps the local economy.
It does. Now, what you're going to see, which is pretty cool, what happens, folks, is that it can look like 1 second there's no waves, right? And these are beautiful little surfing communities. And when I say beautiful, folks, the waves are only about 3 feet. But 3 feet, you can really do them for a long period of time without being a super surfer. And what you'll see, and which is so cool, you're going to get used to when the tide comes in at a certain point, then the waves come up.
Nice.
And everyone that lives there knows that. Sure. It's like, you'd look out and say, oh, there's no waves today. And then all of a sudden you see people start walking down with their surfboard because it's a certain time of the high tide coming in that the water starts hitting those little reefs out there, and that's what does it. It's cool, man.
I mean, I know I got to be careful because I got to know the times of the day. I mean, I don't want to get caught up in a wave, but
you definitely you're caught up in a wave every day in the marketplace, folks. That's listen, I'll tell you a crazy story, Jack. Quick, the Fibonacci sequence, right? When we were down the Cape, this is when you guys were 6 years old, so I'm talking that long ago. What I used to do, and like there'd be a piece of wood in the water, and I'd take the water and I'd push it against it, and it would hit the wood and come back, and I'd always be looking at it and say, oh, that's a .382, a 50, a 618. And it was funny because that's how I got to understand fib so much. It's like, what's the push coming into it as to what the extension the expansion contraction would be, you know? So it's pretty cool.
Fibonacci's life.
That's some cool stuff.
It is. Well, listen, man, it's always a pleasure. You have a great week, safe week, and of course, we look forward to speaking to you next week, Jack.
Catch you guys next Thursday.
Thanks so
Awesome.
much.
Thanks, Jack.
Live from Costa Rica, folks.
Gotta love
You
it. Those
gotta love
blue
it.
waters.
Major League Trade, now, man, Mr. Jack Leeson. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 17, Nasdaq down 23, S&Ps down 6.5. You know, it looks like markets waiting for that statement, even though, I mean, it doesn't supposed to be a big deal, but we don't know.
Yeah, pretty calm, calm. Definitely in the context of what we've been doing lately in terms of huge moves on a daily basis, one way or the other. Checking back in on natural gas real quick. Whoa, what happened there? I was about to, we peeked on it on the commercial break. It's back like 353. Again, these are 5-minute bars we're looking at. That's your 1050 bar, about to wrap up in about 15 seconds. But we traded and we're back down to that 351 and change area for natural gas. So that market's still fighting through some volatility.
It is.
And that's one of the reasons why we look at the 11 a.m. expirations, we look at the noons, right? I mean, you just got almost a 2-penny move in 5 minutes, and you're talking about 25 minutes after we got that EIA number.
Right.
So you, depending on your market bias, did you want to pay for that extra hour of volatility? And in this case, you were paying
cheap money.
You were paying 0.6 pennies, right? It was like for that extra hour. of volatility if that's what you wanted, and that's for both sides of the trade.
Right.
0.6.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
It is. It is.
So it looks like, inside the energy market, we still got plenty of energy. And,
It does.
yeah, you get, I know Larry was saying today that we're going to have a grain report. Well, no, a whole crop report out.
Okay.
So there's a big crop report coming out. That'll probably move the beans around, the wheat around, the corn around. So that'll
Coffee's more expensive, though. I don't like that.
Yeah, look
I'm
at that.
saving money on gas. I'm going to be spending it on my morning coffee.
$1.17.
Hey.
Yeah. And, we'll see where this dollar's going to go, folks. As the Fed comes out with a statement, that's, bottom line is
Yes.
that, the currency moves out here. We had monster volume yesterday. It's up with light volume. This is going south. So stay right there, folks. We got Fast Market coming up next with our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks and his team at TD Ameritrade. Then we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Don't forget, folks, 2 o'clock statement. Our man, Mr. Dave White, will be coming right up.
That's
Join him.
right.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.